USA! Soccer fans, you didn't know I had it in me, did you? But we just won the first match of 2016. Yeah, it was a friendly, but it was against a very good nation, Iceland, who this year qualified for the Euro Championships. Well, they qualified last year. This year will be the Euro Championships by beating a great nation like Netherlands at their home and at Netherlands. So this was a good test for the USA. I'm about to watch Real Madrid play Espanyol at the Santiago Bernabeu. That's the home stadium of Real Madrid. But let's go over a few little things about this match with the USA right now. So, of course, Iceland went up ahead first on a goal that was just a lapse on our defense. But we're using a lot of new players. Jurgen Klinsmann is trying out some new players, trying to figure out who he really can count on for the future, for this summer's Copa America coming up. And also we will be starting qualifiers soon, CONCACAF qualifiers for the next World Cup in 2018 in Russia. So he's trying to find some of these young players, which he has to. All right. So they score first, but then we score on a goal by Altidore that I personally think was offside, but it was missed. But we scored. Okay. Then the second Iceland goal, it was there was a foul in the middle of the field, and the referee stopped it, right? And Michael Bradley is busy who's the captain of our team, who's our playmaker, is talking to the ref and some of the other players. But Iceland kicks the ball and gets it going. And then the Iceland player comes down, and he's around three defenders, USA defenders, who are going, what the hell's going on? We're not sure with the ball. But still, you got to play the whistle. And boom, he scores their second goal. And Taylor Twellman says the USA caught off position on a free kick because Bradley was talking to the ref. Well, okay, but if you've got one player versus three USA players, why the hell was he able to even shoot the ball? Somebody should have pressed them. Didn't happen. All right. Second USA goal was a great goal. It was Roscoe scored on a header, but first it was off a corner kick. It comes over, boom, boom. It lands at Altidore's feet. Altidore pops it over to one of our new center backs, also young center back Steve Birnbaum, who then heads it back towards the goal, and Orozco is there to head it in. So boom, and then they tie it up again, and then the third goal for the USA again was brilliant. There was a free kick, and it was towards the end of the game. Game was almost over. A few minutes before the game's over, before 90 minutes is over. And so Michael Bradley takes a free kick. And Taylor Twellman is talking about the fact that in this kind of a situation, if the Iceland backs go back towards the goal, that Bradley might consider shooting it towards the penalty mark on the ground for one of our U.S. players to get the ball. But no, Bradley chips it over, just over the penalty mark, and Steve Birnbaum comes over and slams it header right in. Now let me tell you something. I was a defensive player. I was a center back. I could also play outside backs. I even played sometimes as a defensive midfielder. That's where you score your goals as a defensive player. You come up on free kicks, on corner kicks, and that's what you try to do. Now, headers, there's a couple of different ways you score headers. If the ball is kicked with pace, all you really have to do is get your head on the ball, direct it towards an area that you want to, especially if the general rule is if it comes from the right and the goalkeeper is then moving to his right, then you just get your header back towards the opposite direction, which is what Zardes missed earlier in the game on his attempt. Then there's another header. When the ball comes in softly, then you've got to use the power of your head to power it in to the area that you want it to go to, and that's what Birnbaum did. And we scored and we won! Okay, so now, I watched some of the games early this morning. FA Cup, they were blowouts. Everton won, Chelsea won. I still have to watch the big derby between AC Milan and Inter Milan. But right now, it's time to get ready If I can take my shirt. I just knocked over my Real Madrid ball. But I'm getting ready for Real Madrid to play Español. Here we go. Oh, it started already. It's 2 minutes in. Why am I doing? I gotta watch the. Saying no to racism. Friggin' ball, you're on my foot. I spilled a little. Go USA! We just won. I'm so friggin' happy. Benji, where are you when I need you? You're laying down there, right? He's sleeping. What can I say?